What's the crack, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Cards Everywhere here, bringing you another weekly league deck profile. It is a low energy week this week, so I've gone with a rocket deck. The energy can be a bit dodgy until later in the game, but it does settle down and it is quite a powerful deck. So I'll give you a quick rundown of it and we'll jump into a game and I'll show you how it performs. So first up is Space Shuttle. On the return, a random card in your hand gains 28 power until played. Next is SpaceX Falcon Heavy. On the draw, if your deck has 10 or more space cards, this card costs -5 energy this round. Next is White Knight 2. On the play, your Radical Rockets cards in hand gain 15 power this turn. Next is V2 Rocket. On the return, an opponent's random card in hand gains 15 power this round. Next is Soyuz. On the return, your Radical Rockets cards, wherever they are, cost -2 energy this round. Then we have N1. On the play, the Moon card, wherever it is, gains 25 power until played. Next we have the Long March 5. On the return, your Radical Rockets cards, wherever they are, gain 15 power. And if you won the turn, an extra 10 power until played. Next is John Glenn. On the return, your Radical Rockets and Amazing Astronauts cards, wherever they are, gain 10 power and cost -1 energy until played. So we do want to hopefully draw this guy fairly early to help manage the energy. Next is SpaceX Falcon 9. On the play, if it's the first turn of a round, your cards in hand gain 9 power this turn. And on the return, a random space card in your hand gains 39 power this round. Next is the Door to Hell. On the draw, your cards in hand burn 50 until played and gain 50 power this turn. Next we have Gennady Paldikia. On the play, your Space Technology and Radical Rockets cards, wherever they are, gain 26 power until played. Next up we have Eris. On the draw, your space cards, wherever they are, lose 10 power permanently. And then on the return, your space cards, wherever they are, gain 20 power permanently. Next we have Rocket Lab Electron. On the play, if it's the first turn of a round, this card gains 18 power this turn. Next up we have in the Ultra Fusion, Brain World. At the start of a turn, both players' space cards, wherever they are, gain +2 energy permanently. So we want to hold on to this card in our hand till the end of the game. We probably won't play it at all. Next up, Terminator. On the draw, this card gains 40 power permanently. And if it's the last turn of a round, this card costs -2 energy permanently. Next we have the Level Up card, Olympus Mons. On the play, your cards in hand gain 40 power this turn. If you haven't got this card yet, it is the last card in the Level Up rewards. You could put something like Falmouth or even another low energy rocket just to fill the gap. Next we have the Space Launch System. On the play, your Radical Rockets, wherever they are, with 5 or more base energy, gain 18 power until played. And on the return, your Exploring the Stars cards, wherever they are, cost -1 energy until played. I think there is 1 or 2 in them. The Terminator is Exploring the Stars. It is the only one, but it does help. Next we have, the last card is Eileen Collins. On the play, if played next to Space Shuttle, your Radical Rockets, wherever they are, gain 22 power until played. So that's the deck, guys. It is quite strong. So I would say it would help you climb to the mid-ranks at the very least. So we'll jump into a game now and see if we can get a win with it. The energy can be a bit tight at the start of the game until you get some of the cards that reduce it. But it does start to ramp up very quickly. You can do 500-600 power a turn. So here we go. It looks like we have found an opponent. So we got our Eris early. That's very good. So we'll put that right back around. We'll play our John Glenn to reduce the energy. And we'll play the Long March for a 1-4-7 start. Not the strongest. Looks like we are up against the birds. So it'll be a good test here. The birds ramp up quite quickly, and I'd say they'll be quite good this week as well. I'm not a fan of birds personally, so I won't be playing them. But they should still do fairly well this week. There's our Brain World. We'll be holding on to that card. So we go Eileen Collins, the Space Shuttle, and the Olympus Mons for a 292. We get the boost from the Eileen Collins Space Shuttle combo. And we get a nice little boost to our Rocket Lab for next round. We did get our Door to Hell at some pretty good timing here. Ideally, I would want to play it next round, the Rocket Lab, but we're going to play it now just so it's not burning in hand. And hopefully that is enough to get us the win. I think it just is. We scraped by, but that is good enough. Now the Terminator will be a little cheaper next time it comes around. So here we go into round 2. So we'll go with the V2 rocket, the White Knight 2 and the Falcon Heavy for a 392 start. We did miss out on the timing to play the Falcon Heavy cheap. But we are in the lead. We do boost one of the opponent's cards for the round, but that's not too bad. So we play Space Launch, the SpaceX Falcon and the Glendia. I think I put Glendia in front just for the boosts later on. So we're maintaining a nice lead. The opponent does look to be struggling on energy. We are very close to the wire, but I think we're still good. There is our Eris and the John Glenn as well. We'll just go with these two. I think we might lose the round, but we'll get some good boosts for later in the game. So we did lose it, but that's okay. I was expecting to. But everything is a bit stronger and a bit cheaper now, so I think for the rest of the game we'll be okay for energy. Unfortunately, we didn't get our space shuttle to go with Eileen. So we play our Suez, the Long March, and the N1 for a 570. The Suez will make things a bit cheaper this round. We do have a few rockets lined up as far as I remember. So we can get the nice boost with the Eileen Collins and the Space Shuttle combo. And we can play a nice cheap card as well, just to bank some energy for later on. There's our Terminator for next turn. So we'll play the Eileen Shuttle combo with our Olympus Moons. It did keep us in the lead. And I think Terminator and whatever else we draw will be enough to see this game out, or see this round out. And our Brain World is still ticking away there. So unfortunately we did draw our Door to Hell at some fairly bad timing. But we'll put it back around and play this hand for a 671. The opponent did have a very strong hand as well, but thanks to the Door to Hell, we were able to pull through. I'm not sure if we would have needed it. No, it looks like we wouldn't have. But it's best to have it than not. So we'll go with Lenya, the V2 rocket, and the Rocket Lab for a 479. That puts us well in the lead here. And I think a half decent hand here will help finish us off. So we go in Space Launch, White Knight 2 and the Falcon X. Or the Falcon 9. So we're able to keep up with the opponent and stay ahead. We got a boost to our Brain World, but it is pretty much useless to us now. We've gotten everything we needed out of it. So we play the Long March and So Is for a 469. It's a very strong hand from the opponent. It might even have been enough to push him over. Looks like it was. So he was able to make a bit of a comeback there. But as far as I know, he doesn't have too many strong cards left. And we will be getting our Door to Hell this round, so I think that will be enough. We'll play the John Glenn just to assure the energy. And we'll get some nice little boosts here from the Eileen Collins Space Shuttle combo. So as you can see, we're really starting to ramp up now. Our N1 is already 270 in hand. And with the Terminator Olympus Moons and the Door to Hell boost, I think we have this round. So there's an 800 turn. The opponent did have a strong turn as well, but I believe the two science cards in his hand are quite dead, and he's used up most of his good stuff now. So it will be difficult to come back from a 300 deficit. So we'll play our final hand for a 593. And it is enough to take the game. So there we have it, folks. Let me know what you think of the deck down in the comments. And if you have any suggestions for changes to make, do let me know as well. And of course, if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you again later in the week. Cards Everywhere, out.